it's one of those games where, you can just have a ball and you can go out into a field and play with your friends. And so it kind of came naturally. It was always on TV and I would sit and watch, and I was a pretty large child. And it's a game that any body type can play. My father passed away when I was young, and my mother didn't try to dissuade me from playing, but certainly we talked about making sure that I took care of my body. When you look at our president, John Huffnagel, who came to us as general manager and head coach, and then had stepped down from head coach and brought Dave Dickinson in as our head coach. The two of them, since they've been at the helm, we've won 71% of our games. Grassroots level and getting kids to play. All the equipment that is required is provided by all the organizations. So there may be a fee associated with that, but it is, the helmets and the shoulder pads, and they're all quite expensive, and it's very highly protective equipment.
ਇਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ because there are pretty South Asians ਆਪਾਂ book ਲਿਖਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ struggles ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਚੇਂਜ ਸੋਸਾਇਟੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ ਮੇਰਾ ਪਬਲਿਸ਼ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ coach have you seen where you're ranked? I said ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ you're ranked number 14 ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ number 14 out of 100 authors.
नमस्कार, सलाम, याली मदद, सत श्री अकाल, हेलो टू कैलगरी। आप सबका स्वागत है हमारे प्रोग्राम कैलगरी फोकस में। आप देख रहे हैं पंजाबी नेशनल टेलीविज़न। मैं आपका होस्ट, आपका दोस्त अमृत बराड़ा सबका स्वागत करता हूं और आशा करता हूं कि आप सब मस्त होंगे, व्यस्त होंगे और स्वस्थ होंगे। कुछ दिन पहले हमारे साथ जुड़े थे मिस्टर मीका, जो कि कैलगरी स्टैम्पीडर फुटबॉल क्लब से थे, और उन्होंने बताया कि किस तरह से उनकी लाइफ एज एन इमिग्रेंट स्टार्ट हुई यूएस में, और आज वो कैलगरी में स्टैम्पीडर्स के लिए फुटबॉल खेल रहे हैं, दैट इज़ अमेरिकन फुटबॉल। एक बहुत बड़ी बात है कि एन इमिग्रेंट हु केम टू अ डिफरेंट कंट्री बाय लक एंड नाउ ही इज़ सच एन अमेजिंग प्लेयर। आप भी ये कर सकते हैं, आप भी उस तरह का जोश अपने अंदर लाकर एक प्लेयर बन सकते हैं। बट अभी तक प्रॉब्लम क्या चल रही है कि वी आर नॉट सो फेमिलियर विद दिस गेम। We are from South Asian countries. We always think about cricket, we think about soccer, we think about field hockey, badminton, table tennis. Those are the games which are played, on our streets, and we grow up watching those games. लेकिन नॉर्थ अमेरिका में जो कैनेडियन फुटबॉल, अमेरिकन फुटबॉल है, इट्स अ बिग थिंग। और यहाँ पर आपको किसी इक्विपमेंट की ज़रूरत नहीं है। योर बॉडी इज़ योर इक्विपमेंट। द मोर यू इन्वेस्ट इन इट, द मोर यू इन्वेस्ट इन योर माइंड, योर फिज़िकल नीड्स, यू विल बी अ बेटर प्लेयर। आज हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं मिस्टर जे मैकनील, जो कि वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हैं कैलगरी स्टैम्पीडर्स क्लब के। उनसे बातचीत करते हैं और जानते हैं किस तरह से ही कैन कनेक्ट यूथ and immigrants with this game, because he has a great vision. तो आइए मिलकर स्वागत करते हैं मिस्टर जे मैकनील का। मिस्टर जे, वेलकम टू द शो।
Well, thank you very much for having me.
You look great.
I appreciate you saying that. Thank you.
Because I think if you are a player yourself, you were, and I think you maintained yourself great, and you still look like a player who is active player, I can say.
It's except for the gray hair.
So, Mr. J, he was the CFL West Division All-Star guard in 2001, 2002, 2004, 5, 6 and 7 CFL seasons. तो आप देख सकते हैं 6 Canadian Football League seasons. It's a big thing. Now he resides in Calgary. In September 2022, he was hired by Stampeders to be the team's Vice President of Business Operation. It's a big responsibility he carries on his shoulders, and he has some great shoulders, I can say. So, Mr. J, first of all, to start with, how was your journey as a player?
Football is such an interesting game, and someone might say, hey, you played 14 years for the Stampeders. I went to the U.S. university on a scholarship. That it was pretty easy, but it was anything but easy. It is a physically demanding sport. It's a mentally demanding sport, and there was lots of ups and downs throughout my entire career. But it helped make me a stronger person, to help tackle the rest of life. So that's what I love about this game.
That's amazing. So when you were growing up, how your interest came for this game?
It's one of those games where you can just have a ball and you can go out into a field and play with your friends, and so it kind of came naturally. It was always on TV, and I would sit and watch, and I was a pretty large child, and it's a game that any body type can play. If you're a smaller, less physically imposing person, up to the big giant offensive lineman. There's a body type for everybody, and I was one of the bigger kids in school, and so it made a lot of sense for me to play that game.
Did your parents ever thought, going to such a physical demanding game, you might hurt yourself, it could be rough on you, and because it is a demand, you get hurt very bad in this game. So did you ever had such kind of incidents at home that no, don't go and you'll hurt yourself?
It certainly was a conversation within our home. I don't think it was ever. My father passed away when I was young, and my mother didn't try to dissuade me from playing, but certainly we talked about making sure that I took care of my body so that you could try to protect yourself from those injuries.
So in a way, do you think that your body is another armor which can help you to guard yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's you have to be in as best shape you can, because it is a very physically demanding game, and there are some things that you can't control, and somebody hits you, and you need to have that armor to help protect yourself.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Now, coming back from a player to vice president, it's a big challenge, but as we were discussing before we started the program, that being a player, it helps you to understand what are the needs of a player, what are the needs of the team, how the team can benefit with your vision, with your ideas, and how they can get more attention and better thinking from a vice president. So what do you say about that?
Well, I would love to agree with that, and I do my career ended in 2007, and I worked within the corporate community of Calgary, that entire time. And so I do have a business background in terms of my degree from university, and then worked in corporate Calgary the last 20 years. And so it was an easy transition, because I do understand the game of football and the business of football, but I also understand how to run a business as well. And so when you put the two together, that is a pretty unique combination. It really does help as you talk about the vision of where we want to go as an organization and as a team.
That's amazing. What are the major challenges in the future of this particular game? What do you think?
Well, I think the CFL has had some significant challenges since the pandemic. Like most businesses, we've been hit pretty hard.
Right.
We haven't recovered from it.
Right.
Our fans within Calgary have found other things to do. We've lost relevancy within the community. And so, there's been sort of a pause on how we manage our business. And I think during that pause, those couple of years, how people consume sports has really changed. And you talk about the advent of social media, the traditional media with newspapers and those sorts of things to help people be aware of your games. It's not there anymore, and you got to be creative in how you become relevant within the community. And while that has been going on, 25% of the Calgary is now new Canadians who aren't familiar with the game. And so, we have to be very cognizant on how we bring that game to the new Canadians and to our community.
Well, that's amazing, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But before that, when you joined, did you see anything missing, or what were the changes you wanted to bring, in the team for Calgary Stampeders, because they have been champions a lot of times, and now it's been a little while, and we are looking for another cup coming our way. So, what are the things you changed in a team just to inspire other,
Well, so on the business operations side of things, I don't touch the football field.
Okay.
So that's all run through our football operations side of things. So I'm responsible for everything off of the field.
Off of the field.
That's right. So,
but still, as a player, you must be. You see, that's a major thing when a player goes in a position like yours, because you are off the field, but still in the field, because you want to experience, you want to do everything what the player needs, right? You cannot see it happening, like if the player says, "Oh no, Jay, this is not working for us," but you are a vice president of operations, but you won't interfere in other things. Interfere in the sense in a good way, like you will not suggest, because you've been player yourself. So do you think the people who are responsible right now, they are doing great work to bring up the team together?
Absolutely. When you look at our president, John Huffnagel, who came to us as general manager and head coach, and then had stepped down from head coach and brought Dave Dickinson in as our head coach. The two of them, since they've been at the helm, we've won 71% of our games. So we expect to win every time we take the field. And so they are fantastic. They understand the game, and they do a great job managing that side of things. The one thing, the question you just asked was, what could we do to help that side of things? And it's to fill McMahon Stadium with fans, because it does impact the team when they come running out, before the game, and if the stadium's empty, it starts the game off on the wrong foot. So anything we can do to give them support that way, that will help them on the field as well.
And there comes you, who has to do that.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
So coming back to your, the things you were saying about Calgary. Now, Calgary, all over Canada, we can say we are the most diverse country in the world, and we are getting a lot of immigrants from different countries coming to this part of the world. And Calgary is main hub in Western Canada, and I think people are looking more forward to come here now. So more people are coming. We need more infrastructure. We need more, stadiums. We need more arenas to play this game. I understand McMahon Stadium is there, but still we need some other fields also where to start, right? And schools, colleges are the best place to make this game interested towards the immigrants who are coming from different countries, who don't have much knowledge or much interaction with this game. So are you guys doing something on that part?
Absolutely. So during the off season, we have our players who do school visits, and last year we attended 35 schools with a high population of new Canadians, and we taught football 101. So just taught the basics. Did a little bit of a classroom setting, and then also did some skills in the gyms, and really tried to just create awareness of the game and some of the skills required for it. And then we put on a camp for kids to come. It was a one-day camp with some of our players in May, and then we were just wrapping up a Learn to Play camp that we've had almost 300 kids attend for the last 3 weeks. And then we're also participating in another camp with Kids Play Stampeders and Coach Harp camp on August 20th. So we're really excited about bringing football to new Canadians and to people who might not understand the game is one of the things we're really focused on, and we're going to try to grow that year after year.
No, that's amazing, because that is the key. Because more people will know about the game, more kids playing that game, that will bring their family, their friends in the stadium. Because right now what happens is, okay, we talk about a game which is called cricket, if you heard about that. It is, or soccer, sir. Now soccer is played all over the world. Even you as you said, you just need a football, right? A ball, and you start playing in your locality, near your house, in the street, so you can do a lot of things over there, right? And then it is most watched, people know about it. But American football or Canadian football, ice hockey, there are, or rugby in a way, like there are few games which are played especially in North America.
Right.
They are not so famous in other parts of the world. Okay, Australia, New Zealand, they play rugby in a very different way, and but again, it is not in Southeast Asia or Africa or Europe that much. England is there, which plays rugby in a way, but very few countries. Now, people immigrating over here, they need to know this game. They need to interact with this game as they are interacting with soccer or badminton or cricket back home. Now, this is our home, and we have to see the games, and we have to interact with the games which are played here. I think Kids Foundation is doing great job in that, and we are so thankful to Coach Harp because his team and they are taking these kids to the game. Right, and trying everything so that kids get attracted towards this game. The most important part is financial aspect. When you were growing up, when you became a professional player, have you ever thought that you're playing a game where there is no much money involved? So that helped you, because again, I don't know about everybody. Don't have a very good financial background, right? People might be struggling, they're doing odd jobs, but still they want their kid to be a good player, right? So can this game help those parents and kids also?
So absolutely. So from grassroots level and getting kids to play, all the equipment that is required is provided by all the organizations. So there may be a fee associated with that, but it is, the helmets and the shoulder pads, and they're all quite expensive, and it's very highly protective equipment. But that's provided by all the associations, whether that's a community or association or a school. It's always provided, which is amazing, right? Because there is a cost barrier that goes with that. So I think that from that level, organizations do a very good job to try to make it as accessible as possible, even for maybe less financial or less fortunate families,
right.
which isn't really important, because the game needs to be accessible to everybody. From a attendance at a Stampeder game, we try to take that same philosophy, and we've got price points for all different levels that it makes it very accessible for everybody, and we want to welcome everybody into McMahon Stadium, because we look at Calgary as our community, and that is our fan base, and that's who we want coming to McMahon Stadium. That's our family, and we want people to be coming.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Again, sir, I'm a big advocate of sports always, because it helps a person to grow in a very different way. And it doesn't matter which sport you play, but if you are in any kind of sport, you will be away from bad things. You will have a focus in your life. Your studies will be good. Like Mika, he's an engineer, right? It is great to hear his story, right? Now the thing is, I would request you, and I will also request Coach Harp and all those people who are associated with this game, and especially you, that we need more interaction. We need more programs. We need more stampeders. We need more people from your organization to come out and see and talk about the game, right? Because now it's a time where the change is coming. Now it's a time where the second generation or third generation is in the school and colleges, and they have to, if the age, like my age is gone, but my son, he's now 22, but I don't know he will be into this game or not, but maybe his kids, he will prepare them mentally when they are there to be in this game. So this is a time, and I think Coach Harp has started his campaign on this note only, where we bring these two worlds together. Sit together and think about it. Ice hockey is another game, but again, a lot of people just get discouraged because that game has lots and lots of expensive gear, and people feel, we can't afford that, right? Second thing I want to ask you, and I also asked Mika, and to be very honest, it's totally up to you. You don't have to answer if you don't want it. But as a player, do you ever thought, or have you felt any kind of discrimination happening within your team or within the organization, where the person who was from a different country or different ethnic background was not given a chance to go up the ladder.
And I mean this sincerely. And so I went to university in the U.S. And there is a black and white dichotomy within that organization. And then when I came to Calgary, there's black and white, and then there's U.S. and Canadian. And so there's an opportunity to be a division. And I was very fortunate to play 14 years for the Stampeders, 4 years in university, and I never once experienced or witnessed any discrimination. And that's something I'm incredibly proud of. All the teams that I've been a part of, that hasn't. The football locker room is a very welcoming place. I'm sure to say that it's happened at some point in some time, but the teams that I've been involved with haven't had that, and that's an incredibly. I love that, and that's something I'm very proud of the teams that I've been a part of. And the Calgary Stampeder organization, we look for good football players when we bring them in, but we also look for good human beings, and we won't tolerate that type of behavior, and that won't last very long if it does happen. So it's like I said, something I'm very proud of for all the teams that I've been a part of.
Why I ask this, sir? Because a lot of parents are afraid. Oh, I'm going to send my kid to a place where maybe he is not recognized because of his color, or maybe his English is not that good, and he is or she is like kind of not able to say everything or express himself. So I can say proudly that Calgary Stampeders is above all this crap, right?
Above all this crap, absolutely.
Great, great, great. So, sir, what are your future plans? We have 5 minutes, so if you can let us know what do you think, and how you, as a VP Operations, what are the steps you are taking for Cup coming to your side?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we just came off a big win in Saskatchewan on the weekend. We were a young team, and we fought back. The Saskatchewan Roughriders took the lead with 45 seconds left to go, and we came back and we ended up winning the game. So we're going to build off that for this year, and that was a big growth moment for our team, and for to grow as individuals and as a team. But looking ahead to the future, really, it is the best thing about the Calgary Stampeders. We've been in Calgary for 78 years. That's how long we've been playing in Calgary for. And the thing I'm most proud of as an organization is our commitment to our community. So last year our players did 178 appearances within the community. This year we're on pace to target 250 appearances by our players at the different events throughout the city. And we want to continue to grow that, because we want to make Calgary a better city. And we want to do that in every part of the city, all 4 quadrants. We want to make sure that we have a presence there, that we are giving back to the community that supports us, and through that will help us achieve our goals of winning a championship on the field.
Way to go, sir. That's great. And last thing I would like you to help us with, that what is your message to the communities or to the people who will be watching your program, how they can come and be part of McMahon Stadium and Calgary Stampeders as a player, and as well as the people who will watch this game?
Absolutely. So as we expand our programs to teach football, to grow the game of football, and that's one of our mandates as an organization, and we have a foundation as well that is mandate is to grow the game of football in Southern Alberta, which includes all communities. And so look for those opportunities, because they are going to be coming more frequently and more frequently. We want to make it a more robust program because we want people to learn this game. I love this game. It teaches hard work, perseverance, teamwork, leadership, and passion.
Wow.
And those things help you go on and be successful in life. And so I want as many people to experience this because of the things that I've learned from playing this game. And then, we want people to come and support us and come to McMahon Stadium for a game, because it is a welcoming place. It is. We want to celebrate the diversity of Calgary and our fans, and we want to bring everybody together, because, as I said earlier, we are one big family as a community, and we want it to be that way.
That's amazing. तो आपने सुना Mr. Jay को, और he wants us to come there and watch this game first, be part of it. That is your decision. But I think जिस तरह से ये बता रहे हैं, it's very important to get yourself in the game. कोई भी गेम आप खेलते हो तो उसका हिस्सा ज़रूर बनो, दिल से, दिमाग से. लेकिन American football, Canadian football is the game where you can connect yourself. एक अच्छी body, एक अच्छा mind, एक अच्छी teamwork is needed is all needed to play this. So अगर आपको और information चाहिए मैं इनसे बोलता हूँ कि how to contact them and how you can be part of it. One last thing, sir, if somebody wants to connect with you, with the organization, with the team,
Yes.
to play this game, where and how to connect?
The best thing, the easiest thing is to go to our website, and there's a bunch of different channels in terms of links and connections that you can make to find out more information, or you can call and ask and speak to me. I'd be happy to help and point people in the right direction.
That's amazing. I think your email must be on the
Yes, it is.
website.
Yeah,
great.
absolutely.
So Jay McNeil इनकी website पर email है. आपका कोई भी question हो आप इनको ज़रूर email करें. At least reach him out and try to ask questions. Try to see what he has, for you guys. And once you connect with him, and I'm very sure you're gonna love his perspectives, his vision, and his love for the game, and I think you can adapt that. That will be very good for you and for your kids. Sir, thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you very much for having me.
We look forward to see you more often and talk about Stampeders' progress, and then the main thing is in August the camp is happening, and we will encourage more and more people to go over there and meet you in person and see all the players and see the game which is played over there.
That's amazing. I love it. Thank you very much for having me.
Great. एक छोटा सा ब्रेक लेते हैं. ब्रेक के बाद दोबारा हाजिर होते हैं. आप देखते रहिए पंजाबी नेशनल टेलीविजन. मिलते हैं एक छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद. वेलकम बैक. एक बार फिर से स्वागत हमारे प्रोग्राम कैलगरी फोकस में. अभी हम बात कर रहे थे मिस्टर जे मैकनील से, जो कि वाइस प्रेसिडेंट हैं कैलगरी स्टैम्पीडर्स क्लब के. हमारे साथ जुड़ गए हैं आप कोच हार्प. ये आपको हमारे हर प्रोग्राम में मिलेंगे क्योंकि he is the person who is doing all this. So we are so thankful to him for helping us out to bring this word to the community, to the people who are our viewers, who are listeners. Coach, thank you so much for that.
No problem. Thank you. Sat Shri Akal.
Sat Shri Akal. Before we go to our the camp which is happening, I want to show you this. This is a book which is written by Coach Harp, A Man Behind, by Coach Harp. This book is amazing. You must read this book. This book is available everywhere. Coach will tell you a little bit about this book, and then we will talk about the event which is happening on 20th of August at 4 p.m. at McMahon Stadium. Coach, ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਮੁਬਾਰਕਬਾਦ ਇਸ ਬੁੱਕ ਲਈ.
ਹਾਂਜੀ.
ਤੇ ਇਹ ਬੁੱਕ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ?
ਇਹ ਬੁੱਕ ਹੈਗੀ ਕੋਲਸ ਚੈਪਟਰਸ ਇੰਡਿਕੋ ਤੇ. ਲਾਸਟ ਮਹੀਨੇ ਮੈਂ ਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਐਡਮਿੰਟਨ ਸਾਊਥ ਕਾਮਨਸ ਦੇ ਇੰਡਿਕੋ ਇੰਡਿਕੋ ਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਬੁੱਕ ਸਾਈਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀਗੀ. ਹੁਣ ਮੈਂ ਅਗਸਤ 5 ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਆਇਆ ਸ਼ਨੂਕ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਦੇ ਚੈਪਟਰ ਦੇ 12 ਵਜੇ ਤੋਂ 4 ਵਜੇ ਅਗਸਤ 5 ਨੂੰ. ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਆਇਆ ਅਗਸਤ 13 ਨੂੰ ਕ੍ਰਾਸ ਆਇਰਨ ਤੇ ਬੁੱਕ ਸਾਈਨ ਕਰਨੀ ਆ. ਇਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਊਥ ਏਸ਼ੀਅਨਸ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੁੱਕ ਲਿਖਦੇ ਆ, ਆਪਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਟਰਗਲਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ, ਆਪਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਚੇਂਜ ਸੋਸਾਇਟੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ. ਤੇ ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਬੁੱਕ ਕਾਹਦੀ ਲਿਖੀ ਸੀਗੀ? ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਬੁੱਕ ਲਿਖੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ 35 ਸਾਲ ਤੱਕ ਹਾਈ ਰਿਸਕ ਯੂਜ਼ ਨਾਲ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਹਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ. ਨਾਲੇ ਫਿਰ ਕਿਡਸ ਪਲੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਲਾਈਫ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਈ ਆ. ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਬੁੱਕ ਵਰਲਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਛਪਣਾ ਮੰਗਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਦੇਰ ਮੈਸੇਜ 12 virtues of Coach Harp. ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖਣ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਕਾਹਦੇ ਕੋਚ ਦਾ ਸੋਚਦਾ ਆ, ਕਾਹਦੇ ਇੱਦਾਂ ਐਥਲੀਟ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਆ. ਦਿਮਾਗ ਸੋਚ ਨੂੰ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਸਮਟਾਈਮਸ ਆਪਾਂ ਬੁੱਕਾਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਦੇ ਆ, ਆਪਾਂ ਬੁੱਕ ਬਣ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ, ਰਾਈਟ. ਮੇਰੇ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੋਕੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਬੁੱਕ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ. ਇੰਟਰਨੈਟ 'ਤੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਐਮਾਜ਼ੋਨ 'ਤੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਬਾਰਨਸ ਨੋਬਲਸ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ. ਆਪਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰੀਏ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਆਹ ਮੇਰੀ ਫਰਸਟ ਬੁੱਕ ਮੈਂ ਲਿਖੀ ਆ. ਥੋੜ੍ਹਾ ਨਰਵਸ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਂ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ ਲੋਕੀ ਕੀ ਕਿਹਾ ਉਹਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਸੋਚਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਆਈ ਡੋਂਟ ਕੇਅਰ, ਮੈਂ ਲਿਖਣਾ ਮੰਗਦਾ ਬੁੱਕ. ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਬੁੱਕ ਆਈ ਸੀਗੀ April 19 ਨੂੰ ਐਮਾਜ਼ੋਨ 'ਤੇ Kindle version, ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣੀ ਬੁੱਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਲਿਖੀ. ਉਹ ਆਥਰਸ ਰੈਂਕ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ out of 100. ਮੇਰਾ ਪਬਲਿਸ਼ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ coach have you seen where you're ranked? I said ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਨਹੀਂ. ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ you're ranked number 14. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ number 14 out of 100 authors. ਮੈਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ, ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਸਟ੍ਰੇਂਜਰਸ ਆ। ਸਾਰੇ ਪਿਆਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਅਗਸਤ 5 ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਹੋਣਾ ਸ਼ਨੂਕ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਦੇ 12 ਵਜੇ ਤੋਂ 12 ਵਜੇ ਤੋਂ 4 ਵਜੇ। ਫਿਰ ਮੈਂ ਕ੍ਰਾਸ ਖਾਣੇ ਦੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਆ August 13 ਨੂੰ 12 ਵਜੇ ਤੋਂ 4 ਵਜੇ।
That's amazing. You must go and read this book. I will just read a few lines. We must stay humble and grounded at every phase of growth in our lives so that our success can be of benefit to everyone in our presence. That's a great message. So please go and buy this book, The Man Behind, and written by Coach Harp. Coach, thank you so much for this book, and definitely we will learn something for sure. Now we come to the event which is happening on 20th of August,
Yes.
McMahon Stadium. So what is the message for that, and what will be happening in that event?
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾ ਗੋਲ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ, ਅਸੀਂ ਸਟੈਂਪੀਡਰਸ ਨਾਲ ਕਾਹਦੇ ਮਿਲੇ ਆ, ਆਪਾਂ ਕਾਹਦੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ।
Right.
ਆਪਾਂ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਨਾ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਆ, ਆਪਾਂ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਸੋਚਦੇ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਕਰਨਾ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਆ। ਹੁਣ August 20 ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ 4 ਵਜੇ ਤੋਂ 8 ਵਜੇ ਮੈਕਮੈਨ ਸਟੇਡੀਅਮ 'ਤੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਆ।
Right.
ਇਹ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਨਾਲੇ ਫ੍ਰੀ ਆ।
It's a free event, right?
Free event.
ਤਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਓ ਤੇ free event ਆਪਣਾ ਸਟੇਡੀਅਮ 'ਚ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਐਂਟਰੀ ਮਿਲ ਜਾਏਗੀ, ਆਰਾਮ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਇਹ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਦੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਰਾਈਟ?
ਜੀ।
ਓਕੇ।
ਮੈਂ ਲਾਸਟ ਵੀਕ ਕੇ ਸਟੈਂਪੀਡਰਸ ਦੀ ਅਲਮਨਾਈ ਨੂੰ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਨਾਲ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਸਟੈਂਪੀਡਰਸ ਕਰੰਟ ਪਲੇਅਰ ਆ। ਮੈਂ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਦੇ ਮੀਕਾ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਆ ਸਕਦਾ ਆ, ਉਹ ਦੇਖੋ ਦੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ 10 ਪਲੇਅਰ ਕਰੰਟ ਮਿਲੂਦੇ, ਫਿਰ ਮੇਬੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਥੋੜੇ ਅਲਮਨਾਈਜ਼ ਵੀ ਮਿਲੂਦੇ।
ਰਾਈਟ।
ਓਨਲੀ ਫੀਲਡ 'ਤੇ ਹੋਣਾ ਆ।
ਰਾਈਟ।
ਇਹ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਓਪਰਚੁਨਿਟੀ ਮਿਲਣੀ ਆ। ਆਪਾਂ ਗੇਮ ਟੀਵੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ, ਆਪਾਂ ਸਟੈਂਡਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਆ। ਕਿਡਸ ਪਲੇ Calgary Stampeders ਨਾਲੇ ਕੋਚ ਨਾਲ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਫੀਲਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ। ਆਹ ਪਲੇਅਰ ਇੱਕ ਘੰਟਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾ ਲੂਦੇ।
ਓਕੇ।
ਆਪਾਂ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਪੁੱਛ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ।
ਸੋ the players will be there ਤੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ 10 ਪਲੇਅਰ ਹੋਣਗੇ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਈ ਕੁਐਸਚਨਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ about the game and how it is played, they will help us out, and the kids who will be there, right?
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੈ ਇਹਦਾ ਸਕਿੱਲ ਲੈਵਲ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਿਗਿਨਰਸ ਹੋਣੇ ਆ ਮੇਬੀ, ਰਾਈਟ? ਆਪਾਂ ਐਡਵਾਂਸ ਹੈਗੇ, ਆਪਾਂ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੇ। ਆਪਾਂ ਕਨੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਟ ਨਾ ਬਣਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ, ਨਾਲੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਕਨੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨਵੇਂ ਨਿਊ ਕਮਰਸ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ। ਇਹ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਓਪਰਚੁਨਿਟੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ। ਹੁਣ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਏ ਆ, ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪਾਰਟਿਸਿਪੇਸ਼ਨ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਆ ਬੈਕ।
That's amazing. ਤੇ 20 ਤਰੀਕ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ 4 ਵਜੇ, it is 20th August, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Be at McMahon Stadium. Be part of this amazing event organized by Kids Play. They are doing a lot of work for the community. बहुत हिम्मत कर रहे हैं, बहुत कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि सारे लोग इकट्ठे जुड़ के इस गेम नाल जुड़न। If you are connected with the game, you are connected with yourself. That's what I think this game is, because ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕਲ ਅਪੀਅਰੈਂਸ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕਲ ਸਟਰੈਂਥ ਮੰਗਦੀ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਗੇਮ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ। ਫ੍ਰੀ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਹੈਗਾ, ਕੋਈ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ ਕੋਚ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ?
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਡਸ ਪਲੇ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ Calgary ਸਾਡੀ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਫੇਸਬੁੱਕ 'ਤੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ, ਇੰਸਟਾਗ੍ਰਾਮ 'ਤੇ ਵੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ। ਹੁਣ ਅਸੀਂ ਪੋਸਟਰਸ ਨੈਕਸਟ ਵੀਕ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ,
ਰਾਈਟ?
ਹੁਣ ਬਸ ਐਕੋ ਦੇ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਆ। ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ our community is trying really hard to come together and create these opportunities. And what a wonderful opportunity. I can't remember when community people have ever connected with professional athletes. Thank you, Jay, for allowing us to give me this opportunity, because it shows the extension of what a thought could really do. Now we're actually putting it into motion.
Yeah.
Now, as we're putting it into motion, what is it going to cost you? It's not going to cost you nothing. It's going to be free. So at the end of the day, we encourage, take this opportunity, really connect with the Stampeders and really come on the field. We'll be looking forward to seeing you guys. It's from 4 to 8 p.m. The most important thing is, remember, if you're not there for your kids, who else is going to be there for them?
ਵੈਰੀ ਵੈਲ ਸੈਡ। ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ 'ਚ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਯਾਰ ਜੱਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਕਚਹਿਰੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਚੱਕਰ ਲਾਉਂਦਾ, ਬੰਦੂਕਾਂ ਅਸਲੇ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀ ਫੜੀ ਫਿਰਦਾ, 4 ਪੈਗ ਲਾ ਲਓ। ਜੱਟਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੰਮ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ। ਦੇ ਕੈਨ ਬੀ ਗੁੱਡ ਪਲੇਅਰਸ, ਦੇ ਕੈਨ ਬੀ ਅਮੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਪਲੇਅਰ। ਜੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕ ਚੰਗੀ ਆ, ਅਸਲੇ ਚੱਕਣ ਤੋਂ ਬੈਟਰ ਆਪਾਂ ਫੁੱਟਬਾਲ ਚੱਕੀਏ, ਆਪਾਂ ਗੇਅਰ ਚੱਕੀਏ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਮੈਦਾਨ 'ਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਆਪੋਜੀਸ਼ਨ ਟੀਮ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਫੱਟੇ ਚੱਕੀਏ। ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਅਗੇਨ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਫਰੋਮ ਅ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕਲ ਅਪੀਅਰੈਂਸ ਇਜ਼ ਰੀਅਲੀ ਗੁੱਡ। ਬਾਹਰ ਨਿਕਲੋ, ਕਮ ਆਊਟ ਆਫ ਯੋਰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਥਾਟ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਾਰਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਦਾ, ਐਸਿਮੀਲੇਟ ਕਰਨਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਦੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨਾਲ, ਇੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨਾਲ. ਨਾਓ ਵੀ ਆਰ ਸਟੇਇੰਗ ਓਵਰ ਹੇਅਰ, ਦਿਸ ਇਜ਼ ਆਰ ਕੰਟਰੀ ਐਂਡ ਇਟ ਹੈਜ਼ ਗਿਵਨ ਅਸ lots and lots of things which were missing in maybe our countries back home. That's why we are here. American football, Canadian football is one of the amazing games, and that can help you to be a better human being, better citizen, and you can give back to the game and to the country by playing sports. And I think American football, Canadian football is the game where you can relate yourself. So thank you so much for being here again.
Thank you.
And we look forward to see you on August 20th at McMahon Stadium, sir.
Thank you. Just one more thing. They कोई connection among the 2009 तक to 2018 तक मैं high school football coach सीगा. आज एक championship rung as a coach. ये बहुत important. they कोई question पूछने वांगे दे game के दे खेल दिया. मैं also game खेली भी सीगी है from the ages of 8 years old to 32. मैं खेली सीगी game. फिर मैं started giving back to the youth.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
So why not allow our love and our passion really bring out the best in your children? Thank you.
And he has brought Calgary Stampeders right to us. Like what else we need? The most amazing and happening club in Canada, in North America is with us. So that is the best opportunity you can ever have. Mr. Jay is here. Talk to him, get more information, more numbers, and he'll be more happy because then he knows that our community is coming with the game. ਇਹ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਵੱਧ ਚੜ੍ਹ ਕੇ ਇਸ 'ਚ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਲੈਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ. ਕੋਚ ਹਾਰਪ ਇਜ਼ ਦੇਅਰ, ਕਿਡਸ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਇਜ਼ ਦੇਅਰ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਚੰਗਾ ਕੰਮ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਤੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਨਿਕਲੋ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ 20 ਅਗਸਤ ਨੂੰ ਉੱਥੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਹੋਰ ਇਨਫੋਰਮੇਸ਼ਨ ਲਓ. ਕੋਚ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੰਸ ਅਗੇਨ ਫॉर योर वर्ड्स.
Thank you.
तो हर टॉक शो का मतलब सिर्फ बहस नहीं, ब्रेकिंग न्यूज़ नहीं, हंगामा नहीं, तमाशा नहीं. टॉक शो है आपकी आवाज़ का, आपके मुद्दे का, आपके जज्बात के साथ साथ आपके भरोसे का, क्योंकि आपका भरोसा हमारी जिम्मेदारी है. उम्मीद आपकी कोशिश हमारी है. इसी मैसेज के साथ आपसे विदा लेते हैं. अपने अगले प्रोग्राम कैलगरी फोकस में दोबारा मुलाकात होगी. तब तक के लिए ध्यान रखें. टेक केयर एंड गुड बाय.